I talked to the worst Sparking Zero player ever yesterday. And it had nothing to do with his skill, like his combos. It had nothing to do with the characters that he uses or his rank or any of that. I actually don't know any of that information about this guy. But we were in a TikTok comment section, and one of the guys was basically saying, I actually don't play online, and I don't want to play online because I don't want to deal with people who are just spamming a bunch of ultimates. I'd rather play offline against the CPU because to me that's more fun. And that's when the worst Sparking Zero player ever comments and says, well, ultimate spamming is easy to counter. All you have to do is rush them down and just make sure you practice your super counters all the time. And he was like, yeah, I get it. I understand that, but it's just not fun. And then the guy goes on to say, well, you're never going to get up to C rank or even B rank if you're not practicing and playing like this. What are you even listening to what this guy is saying? He's not saying I want to get up to B rank. He's not saying I want to get up to A rank. He's saying I want to have fun on the game, and this is not the avenue to have fun on the game for me. So I play the way that I want. It'd be totally different if he was getting on saying, oh, I just want to rank up and I'm tired of dealing with spammers. By all means, jump in there and give your advice. But why are you trying to force your play style or force your mentality about gaming onto this guy in a thread when he didn't ask you for it? And so when I kind of started expressing that to him, he's like, well, nobody asked for your opinion. I was like, I get it, but he didn't ask for your opinion either. And so when he says, hey, I don't want to play online, why are you hitting him with a barrage of coaching about getting up in ranks that he says is not going to be a part of the way he plays Sparking Zero in the first place? And then all of a sudden, this dude shifts the conversation to, well, you're probably trash at the game anyway, and you could never beat me in a 1v1. And I'm like, what? I'm sitting here like, what does that have to do with this conversation? Like, we're talking about how this guy expressed how he likes to play offline against the CPU because that's more fun. And then you start like pressing up onto him your mentality about how he should be playing like this so that he could get up to a rank that he just said he doesn't care about. How is this suddenly twisted into a I'm so much better than you in Sparking Zero even though I've never seen you play the game before? And how is it now transitioning to I'm so much better in any game that you've ever played? And then it starts transitioning to I make more money in a month than you've made in the past 6 months. And it's like the dude needed to validate himself through whether or not he was better than me at a game he's never seen me play, and then start to validate himself about just being better than me in gaming, period. And so this is what I mean. When I made that short a few days ago, and I was talking about how having fun is a skill issue, right? And I was talking about how some people genuinely don't know how to have fun. They wrap up all of their validation in, oh, I need to be able to win. I need to be able to rank up. He's in here talking about I could get to Z rank anytime I want and all this other just like off the wall stuff that is way off topic because all I said was, dude, why are you pressing on him about ranking up and about playing a certain way when he just said it's not fun and I don't want to do it? This guy has wrapped so much validation up into winning that like you can't even have a regular man-to-man conversation about the game where people just disagree a little bit. And you can't even have the conversation outside the scope of, hey, I just want to get to a higher rank and I just want to flex what my skills are against other people's skills. To me, it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter what characters you're using. It doesn't matter what the combos are. It doesn't matter what your rank says. If this is your mentality as a gamer, you are one of the worst people to play this game. And when I said a while back that I think the developers are very well on track with how they're developing Sparking Zero, and the only thing that can ruin it are the community and the players inside of it, this guy is the prime example of what that looks like. For that whole conversation to devolve and break down because I guess you felt threatened, I guess you felt attacked, right? Or maybe he has some sort of insecurities and he has to put all of his validation in how good he is at Sparking Zero. That conversation went all the way left for some strange reason. And again, it goes back to what I was saying before, right? Having fun is a skill issue. And I value the people, like the gentleman that made the original comment that said, man, I can have fun by jumping off and playing against the CPU. And like I do, right? I focus a lot of my training and stuff and having fun playing against my pals, right? But a lot of people have barriers and blocks that prevent them from doing that. And I don't know how we created that culture, but having fun is secondary in a lot of people's minds now. Or more so, they can only attach the fun they have through the validation of beating someone or having the vanity of a rank or whatever. And I think that is so incredibly strange. And for me, it's the only thing that can really ruin Sparking Zero, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being competitive. Competition is fun. I love the competitive nature that I have with my training partner. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with wanting to rank up. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wanting to be the best in the world, right? But I think there's a lot of detachment from the joy and the fun of an experience unless it is directly tied to those particular things. And I think that in and of itself is ruining a lot of gaming culture, and more importantly for this channel, fighting game culture. So what do you guys think? Here we are at the end of the video. If you like the video, like it. If you think someone else might like it, share it. And if you want to see more, I really hope that you will subscribe.